And they asked me whether or not I would partake and do the beautiful words, and I said yes, I would. And you saw the spirit. The spirit was incredible. And when that came out, it went to the #1 song. It was beating everybody. It beat Taylor Swift. It beat Miley Cyrus, who was #1 and 2. They were #1 and 2. We knocked them off for a long time.
That was Donald Trump at a speech in Houston, Texas, where he replaced the national anthem with the January 6th anthem, which is a song that he created with the January 6th insurrectionists, and that he plays and makes the audience put their hand over their heart as the song of the insurrectionists plays throughout the crowd. It is beyond unhinged. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Donald Trump speaking in Houston, Texas, demonstrating just how unqualified, how disqualifying he is. And one thing that I am glad about our coverage here and what it is doing on the MeidasTouch Network, finally, what we are seeing is legacy media taking notice of his behavior, and that is why we will be persistent in calling out Donald Trump's conduct, because we've seen significant coverage of the fact that Donald Trump's behavior at these rallies is utterly disqualifying. Here, speaking of that, after playing the January 6th anthem, which he replaces the national anthem for, just want to tell you how patriotic they are. Their anthem is the January 6th anthem. Here, Donald Trump starts cursing and says you have to handle all of the BS, but he says the curse. And then Donald Trump says more lies that the 2020 election was stolen. Now in 2023, almost in 2024, you have Donald Trump continuing to lie and just randomly curse on stage. Play this clip.
#1, you need super competence, and you got to be smart as hell. And you got to be able to handle all the bullshit that they give you, including when they make you the political opponent of somebody and they get the Justice Department on you and they said, he spoke badly about the election. The election was rigged. I mean, he spoke, and there's so much evidence. We're going to show you things that nobody believed, but it was a rigged.
So one of the parts of Donald Trump's speech is where he mocks people and he makes this noise. It's part of a rant he gives to dehumanize transgender people. And he does this noise and it's beyond bizarre and weird. Here, play this clip.
And it's bad news. Bad things are happening. I'm sorry.
And just so you see that it's not here, this is part of his stump speech where he does that. This was the speech that he gave 2 days ago, kind of the same thing that he does. Here, play this clip.
And they're proud, they're clapping, they're going crazy. I can't do it, Mom, I can't. Boom.
Here, Donald Trump yells at somebody in the crowd for not giving him a chart. Play the clip.
We ought to put up a chart. Why didn't you give me a damn chart, Mario? I'll put it right on the face of that beautiful piece of equipment, whatever the hell it is. Boy, that looks beautiful. That is a beautiful hunk of stuff. That goes pew.
Here, Donald Trump complains about helping individuals who have a lower income get housing. Play the clip.
They want to build just low income. Everyone's going to build low income housing. At some point, or senior citizen, at some point, though, people have to work and create things, not just places to stay.
Here, Donald Trump, one of the things he does is he mocks the crowd, but these crowds like being mocked. They like when their intelligence is attacked. And Donald Trump says that 5% of the crowd lacks common sense. Play this clip.
I'm a person with great common sense, like 95% of this audience, not 100%.
Trump claims he came up with the word caravan. Play the clip.
They had caravans. When I came up with the name, I believe they'll say, oh, it wasn't really you, it was somebody. I believe I came up with the name because they started forming these caravans.
Part of Donald Trump's speech is to attack a boom in electric vehicle manufacturing. Here, Donald Trump goes after electric boats. Play the clip.
We're not going to let them. There's a move on now. All boats have to go electric. Army tanks have to go electric, okay?
Here, Donald Trump just makes up things about the battery storage capacity. Play this clip.
No, it's true. It's environmentally friendly. The problem with the tanks, though, it's really a problem, that the battery storage capacity is so big that the tank would have to pull something behind it that's much bigger than the tank. So that's a little bit of a problem. They can't seem to work that out. But no, they want to make our...
Donald Trump just makes up the fact, like just total lies. Talks about that there were a large number of blackouts in California. I don't know if he's thinking about Texas, where he's at, but it's all lies. I mean, everything, they just make up. Everything is a lie. Play the clip.
They want to go all electric, even though we don't have enough electricity to cool down California in the summers. You see they had blackouts all over the place. This summer was a disaster. The winter's no good. The whole thing is crazy.
Here, Donald Trump says that the reason he knows that he was tough on Russia is because Putin told him. So Putin told him he was tough. So therefore, that's how he knows. Play the clip.
Trump wasn't tough on Russia. I was so tough on Russia. Putin said, if you're not tough now, I'd hate like hell to see you if you were tough. Well,
you could play this individual like a fiddle. It is so absurd. And this is the very fact that he starts that speech with the January 6th anthem. I want to show you this clip right here. This is from Ken Buck, who all the MAGA Republicans right now are calling a rhino, and they're saying that Ken Buck is not really a real Republican. Let me play you this clip and let me tell you how I feel. Here, play this clip of Ken Buck.
We'll work on them someday, have a huge credibility problem because we continue to talk about and lie about the 2020 election as if it was stolen, as if Joe Biden wasn't the real winner of that election. We keep lying about January 6th and the prisoners from January 6th, the defendants who are not political prisoners, but rather committed crimes. They assaulted police officers. They damaged government property. And so I don't think we can have the credibility we need with the American public if we continue the lies that we're now telling.
And you see, Ken Buck is saying that Republicans have a major problem, that they're not credible, where they keep lying about the 2020 election. That's a right winger in Ken Buck. And here's the thing, as I see the current climate right now, you have pro-democracy, Democrats, independents, people not affiliated with political parties, progressive liberals, and actual conservatives. And then on the other hand, you've got MAGAcrats, or MAGA Republicans, or just MAGA, Trump MAGA. That's not a Republican party. There's nothing fiscally conservative about them. They added $8 trillion to the debt, ran record-setting deficits. They're not fiscally conservative. Well, what about their other views? Well, they don't believe in conserving the Constitution. They support insurrectionists. They sing the January 6th anthem. They have an anthem that they released on iTunes, and they brag about that. They attack science. I mean, the behavior is abhorrent. So there's nothing conservative about them. Look, I wholeheartedly believe that most Americans right now want normalcy, want compassion, want intelligence, want fact-based stuff. That's why it's so critical we keep showing you what's going on at these events so that you see how dangerous this man is in Donald Trump. Anyway, hit subscribe. We're on our way to 2 million subscribers thanks to your support. And check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, and have a good day.
Hey, Midas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.